Hey everyone, let's do a cabinet upgrade with me. But first, we have to clean this cabinet. This paper, very sticky. However, it's going to take me a few tries to get this right. So, we're going to have to keep working at it. How many times has it actually taken anybody to put paper onto something or in a cabinet? It's just a tad bit frustrating. Don't get me wrong. However, the results are definitely worth it. This is basically one of the newer projects I've started on. And as you can see, it's giving me a little trouble. Not too much until it's really time for me to put it down, and then it's going to be a problem. It started to ruffle up, and I had to keep picking it up and laying it down. It's just a whole lot. Sorry for my side being in your face. Guess what we're fixing this cabinet? I can tell you a little bit about myself. I'm from Philly. I have children. I am married to my husband, who is a veteran for the Marines. I moved to North Carolina, where so we are currently living, and now we're just, I guess, renovating what we have to make their own. I will definitely make a separate video explaining more about myself. But right now, this is a small tidbit of what it is, and just enjoy making some of these videos for everybody. And liking is just part of it. I love to use my creative sense to do things like this. I don't know, you'll see, you'll see. I told you, and here we go again. The other way wasn't working for me, so I figured we'll start from an end closer to. and it will move backwards. I spent more than half an hour with all of this trying to get it together. And within between breaks, it's actually gotten better. Just stick around a little bit with me. Finally got the hang of it, and now we're working just a little better. Little hiccups here and there, little bubbles in the paper, but it will soon be exactly what it is. What are some things that you are comfortable with doing, or would you ever actually push yourself? Like I just disregard that last question. I rephrased it. Do you ever find yourself taking breaks when you do this kind of stuff? And are there any tips that I can use that will help me with doing other projects? And so far, we've done a bathroom. I'm doing the cabinets and the drawers by myself, mind you. And the help I have are for my kids that are going to ask me 50 questions about why I'm doing it and what I'm doing it for. We're looking good so far. Almost got it. Just smoothing it down some. Less bubbles, the more I know it has adhered. And we'll be working on the next steps. Now on to trimming. It's probably one of the more easier jobs that I've done. However, time and patience, time and patience. complete. On to my next project, which is my trusty box that we will clearly see more than one time in this video. But I'm using this right now so I can smooth it down and get the air bubbles out, which is definitely very helpful, especially because my hands were not doing the job. But this definitely helpful. Part 1. Part 2. Well, not part 2 yet, but part 2. And these are all the cast iron dishes that I acquired, at least some of them. I'm not gonna say all, but some of them. And I figured that this would be a perfect cabinet for it. I have more that I have to put in there, but I'm gonna all get them all in here so that I can work on the shelf above it to place the rest of them. Was that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 of them, and now we're on to the top part of the cabinet where I'm going to measure it out, and then I'm going to place the paper so that it will be complete. It's going to take me a couple of measures because I have to make sure I'm correct. See? Now we're on to cut the paper. I have to measure it out to the width and the length of the cabinet that I have wiped down completely, and now I'm going to mark and then cut. There goes my big one. She wants a dog, but enough of that. Back to measuring, and then we're on to score the sticky paper. And then I'm helping the small one with his iPad. They're still doing work. Now we're scoring the paper. Making sure we measure twice, score once, and then we're going to cut. Now we're just measuring out the paper onto the board. Then we'll leave a little space out on the ends so that when it goes into the cabinet, the brackets don't rub across the entire paper. So now we're going to start. Yeah, I learned from the first time, and I pulled too much of the backing off of the paper, so it's just catching. So that could be a little frustrating for me because I didn't leave enough paper on the back so that it didn't stick. Too bad. But now I'm having bubbles. Yeah. Got it. I'm starting to get the hang of it. And now we're doing the pool, which is probably a little more satisfying to me that I actually have it on. And so I'm going to pull out my trusty box to smooth it all down. And here's my box. Thank you. Slow. Getting all the bubbles out. And voila, it's done. Just gonna trim the edges and stick it back in the cabinet. So that we can be done with this cabinet and get on to the next thing. And the trim. Look at that. Mhm. A little touch up on whatever I missed, and then off to the cat we go. It was easier getting it out than it is putting it back in. And that's it. Okay? Complete purchase. Now I have to clearly take it back home after we get it in. Because I'm noticing that it's in backwards. Well, I guess we better figure that out now than the dishes over there. And having to take them out again and do it all over. But it shall be done. And I just noticed it. Yeah. Like I said, better now than to do it after the stuff is on the shelf and have to turn it all around again. And now, one, two, and the rest of them will appear. Looking good so far. No, that's nice. Finished product. Voila! Thank you.